It remains a mystery for a year, until the FBI gets a tip that the Dimitrions may have joined an extremist anti-government group known as the Sovereign Citizens.
What was unusual is when we found out that they had fallen in with a domestic extremist group. This is not our area of expertise, and so we needed to get smart about the Sovereign Citizens movement, what they believe, what their likes are, and what the movement's all about.
The movement has connections to other far-right anti-government groups. Terry Nichols, a conspirator in the Oklahoma City bombing, considered himself a sovereign citizen. And more recently, in 2010, 2 Arkansas police officers were gunned down in a traffic stop by members of the Sovereign Citizens. Not all followers are violent, but the movement is marked by a strange ideology.
The Sovereign Citizens movement actually believes that the U.S. government has secret accounts in the names of every U.S. citizen out there with hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in those accounts, and that by doing weird court filings and things like that, you can access and compel the U.S. government to pay your debts for you.
Some members of the movement hold seminars expounding their beliefs about why people shouldn't pay taxes. The FBI believes that John Dimitrion, in the days leading up to his sentencing, discovers the Sovereign Citizens online and recognizes kindred spirits.
It was kind of a perfect marriage between this domestic extremist group that's all about conspiracy theories that will make you discharge your debt and this big-time Hawaii con man who was teaching people how to discharge their debts. It was almost as if they were made for each other.
In what may be his boldest con yet, the FBI says John Dimitrion convinces the Sovereign Citizens that he holds the key to big money overseas, and he can help bankroll their movement if they can get him out of Hawaii. On July 3rd, 2010, 3 days before the Dimitrion sentencing, the FBI says the plan is put in motion. John and Julieanne Dimitrion head to Honolulu International Airport. A private jet, paid for by a wealthy member of the Sovereign Citizens, is waiting.
John Dimitrion was pretending to be a man with severe epilepsy, and Julieanne Dimitrion was playing the role of his caregiver. They did this to get on the plane in such a way that they wouldn't have much interaction with the pilot.
Agent Simon says the plane lands in Utah. From there, the Dimitrions are driven to a small town in the southeast corner of Alabama.
It was like an underground railroad of domestic terrorists and sovereign citizens and financial defrauders to get the Dimitrions out of Hawaii and into safety, hiding out in Alabama.
And there, the trail goes cold. The FBI says that in 2011, the Dimitrions were living in a recreational vehicle near Lake Eufaula, Alabama, but have since moved on.
To me, that's so absurd and far-fetched.
The Dimitrions' attorneys say their clients would rather wear Gucci than camouflage.
Those 2 people living living in an RV I can get, but if there was some militia-type group, I can't even imagine the 2 of them doing anything but getting water for these people.
This is not a couple that would find it comfortable around people who were preaching secession from the government. Let's run into the hills and store up our food and our ammunition. That's not John. That's certainly not Julieanne.
The FBI is offering a reward of up to $20,000 for information leading to the arrest of John and Julieanne Dimitrion. The Bureau believes the couple is somewhere in the mainland United States. John is 5'7". He has a taste for fast cars and replica rifles. He could be using the alias John de la Cruz. Julieanne Baldueza Dimitrion is 4 feet 11 inches tall. She has a weakness for high-end fashion and lingerie. Wherever the Dimitrions are, Agent Simon bets they're still hawking hocus-pocus and financial flim-flam.
The idea of laying low anywhere is the opposite of what the Dimitrions are all about. They are about flash, they're about style, they're about telling people that they are entrepreneurs who can put money in people's pockets. So that's going to be their pitch wherever they are right now.